vegans and vegetarians are asked is, where do you get your protein? Do you eat soy? I don't eat soy. I don't like it. I don't. There's a huge controversy on soy, which I, again, don't have time to go into today, but most people, vegetarians and vegans, get their protein from soy, but a lot of them don't eat soy either. But it's virtually impossible to be protein deficient on a vegan diet if you are eating a balanced vegan diet. If you're eating junk food, then no, you won't get the protein that you need. But if you're eating a balanced diet, there is protein in plant foods. The problem is most people consume too much protein and too much of the wrong kind of protein, which is animal protein. Animal protein is acidic, and it wreaks havoc on our bodies, especially on our kidneys and our bones. Animal protein, including dairy, actually, this is another part of the shocking information you're not going to want to hear, actually leaches the calcium from our bones, thereby causing osteoporosis. So if your doctor's telling you to drink milk, run. Milk is filled with pus and hormones and antibiotics and this I didn't write it down, growth hormone. Is it any wonder that the kids are developing, way earlier than they should? All kinds of growth hormones for the animals to grow. We don't need all of that in our bodies. Milk is not good. Milk is not good. But there are other milks that you can drink: almond milk, hemp milk, oat milk, brown rice milk, and rice milk. They come in those septic boxes. Don't take my word for it. Go to rense.com, R-E-N-S-E.com, rense.com, or notmilk.com. There are pages and pages and pages, and again, scientific information that refutes some of this. Dairy, milk, ice cream, cheese, and yogurt is considered by those in the know to be liquid meat. If you had a choice to give up meat or dairy, you'd probably get more benefits just giving up the dairy. It's very highly allergic. It causes mucus and all kinds of stomach and intestinal issues. When we would go out for dinner, and when our eldest granddaughter, who's 12 now, was younger, every time we went out, she was crying with a stomach ache. Oh, we thought it was an attention-getting ploy or something, because it just happened. She was fine when we got there, but when we left, she was crying, and then she cried until she went to bed. Somebody told us, take her off of the cheese, because every meal she had when we went out had cheese in it. We took her off the cheese, no more stomach issues. I grew up with a horrible aversion to milk, but I didn't know it when I was younger. I was very, well, constipated actually my entire childhood, and I was miserable, absolutely miserable, but didn't know it was the milk that caused it until I was in my 20s. And once I got the milk out of my diet, I was much, much, much better. Once I came onto the plant-based diet, that's another thing that will correct itself, is your intestinal issues. And you'll also lose weight on a plant-based diet too. It just comes off. I just want to run through quickly a list of foods containing protein that are not meat. Spinach has 49% protein, broccoli 45%, kale 45%, lettuce 34%, zucchini 28%, cucumber 24%, tomatoes 18%, honeydew 16%, cantaloupe 9%, oranges, apricots, and grapes 8%, bananas 5%, apples 1%. Sprouted wheat. I don't know if you can get this at Publix. I've never seen it there, but Food and Thought has it, and you probably could order it online. Digests as a vegetable. So if you're going to make pancakes, or if you're inclined to making bread or anything like that, any place you have to use wheat, use the sprouted wheat. It digests as a vegetable. And it has 18% protein. Buckwheat, 15%. Walnuts, 13%. Almonds, 12%. Cashews, 12%. Pumpkin seeds and sunflower seeds, 21% and 17% respectively. I sprinkle those on my salad, pumpkin seeds and sunflower seeds. Another popular question is, where do you get your calcium? Well, calcium is a mineral in the ground, and plants absorb this mineral, and the animals eat the plants. They don't eat the ground, so why would we eat the animals who eat the plants? Why don't we just go to the first source and eat the plants to get the protein, the nutrients that we need? Broccoli, chickpeas, hummus is made from chickpeas. These all have calcium. Almonds, black beans, tahini, dried figs, collard greens, and kale. I know some people, I think I'd gone straight off the deep end when I became a vegan because I'm a pretty balanced person and probably wondering if I would ever stick with it. But I'm telling you, I eat healthier today than I did before I became a vegan because I was pretty paranoid about my weight. So in order not to want to gain weight, I wouldn't eat, certain things. Like bananas, I love bananas. I hardly ever had a banana. And if I had a banana, I would eat half a banana because I was afraid a whole banana was going to put some weight on me. I mean, it was stupid, it was ridiculous, but I didn't even know what a collard green was, or a kale, or any of the vegetables that I'm eating now. I did not know that. I've heard of them. I thought Southerners ate collard greens, I didn't know anything about them. So I can tell you I'm eating a lot healthier now than I did before, and feel great. Iodine, cucumber and kelp has iodine, and those are both good sources for thyroid. A lot of people have thyroid issues, so kelp comes in a little sprinkle bottle, and you can sprinkle it on your salads like you would salt. You can use it as a replacer for salt, but it's a seaweed, and great source for thyroid health. I get my blood tested on a regular basis, and the last time I had it tested, he said, I check hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of thyroid tests, and he says, I've never seen one as good as yours. And there was a point when I was erroneously given thyroid medication. And once you're on it, it's very, very difficult to get off of it. I had a hard time getting off of it because I didn't want to be, I wanted to get off of it because I didn't want to be beholden to a prescription every time you turned around. And so I'd get to the end of my prescription and I wouldn't get it filled. And then I'd be down. I couldn't navigate without it. But I finally got off of it. Omega-3s, the good fats. Dr. Barnard says you don't need fish to reap the benefits. We all get enough omega-6 oils, but it's the omega-3s that are important. We don't get as many as those. These are natural anti-inflammatories, and they also help to regulate mood. When people run low on omega-3s, they tend toward depression. And some of the foods that have omega-3s, flax oil, ground flax seeds, canola oil, hemp seed oil, walnut halves, and chia seeds. Aspartame, it's a poison. Don't even eat it a little bit. I've gotten it all out of my house. I don't touch it. I don't want Bill to touch it. He used to put it in his coffee by, the 5 packets full. As bad as sugar is, eat sugar instead of aspartame. Aspartame is 1,000,000 times worse. It was discovered by accident, and it is made up of methanol and 2 neurotoxic amino acids and breaks down into formaldehyde. I stay away from it at all costs. It's better to drink a regular Coke than a Diet Coke. Again, that's loaded with, I don't know if you've ever seen that email that has how many teaspoons of sugar a regular Coke has in it. It's lots. But I would say it's almost better to drink a regular Coke than Diet Coke just because of the aspartame in the Diet Cokes. The best sugar sweetener to have, it's not sugar, best sweetener to have is stevia. I find that bitter, and I don't like it, and I don't use it, but I know a lot of people who use stevia. I like agave. It's pours like syrup, but it just tastes sweet, just like sugar. It doesn't taste like honey. It doesn't have an aftertaste or anything like that in it. And, but just before my book went to press, I had a notice from one of the doctors about agave, that it's very high in fructose. Some people have said that it's has more high fructose in it than high fructose corn syrup. So I use it in moderation. I think there are brands that are not chemically treated, and I always buy the organic brands. If you do use it in moderation.